Hello and welcome to your astrological forecast for December 2023. My name is Demian Allan, and if you like this video, then press the like button and become a subscriber as well. It all helps to spread the word of astrology. So this video is going to talk about the planets and the zodiac signs and the aspects that are going to be dominant features or not so dominant in December 2023. And what to look out for and key dates that are going to help you navigate yourself through December. Okay, so let's kind of start off with the planets and what they're doing. So the first planet I'm going to talk about is Mercury. So Mercury on the 1st of December starts off in Sagittarius and then straight away goes into Capricorn on the 2nd of December. But however, what it's doing is around about 12th, 13th, it's going to go retrograde. So, Capricorn is a zodiac sign that rules a lot of to do with work issues and ambitions. And I think if you're a Capricorn born around about the 1st of January till around about the 6th of January, then you're going to be affected by this retrograde. And I feel that this is going to have quite an impact on Sagittarians as well, because Mercury on the 24th goes back into Sagittarius and it's detriment. It's not too happy, Mercury in Sagittarius. So if you're born at the end of the sun in Sagittarius, round about the 16th, 17th of December to the 20th of December, then you are going to be affected. Take time out. I think this is for everyone, really, to be honest. Take time out with any work issues, reflect. Retrogrades are a lot about stepping back, not sort of moving forward. So step back, take time out, don't make any rash decisions. Work issues that have been slowed down might suddenly come back in and start to operate again. So it is a time to just be a little bit more inner rather than external. And I feel that's where you'll get the best out of that. So, Mercury's being a little bit tricky, particularly at the end of the last week of December, because what Mercury's going to do is going to be squaring Neptune, and that can bring out all kinds of miscommunication, misunderstandings, things seeming vague. So again, take time out. I would say just be aware of stepping back and not forcing things, projects through. Okay, Venus starts off a Libra, but around about the 4th, it goes into Scorpio. Again, this is a familiar kind of theme that's going on here. Venus is not comfortable. It's what we call detriment in Scorpio. And so suddenly, Venus can't operate the way it would like to. Venus likes to relate. It likes to be social. It likes beauty. It likes art. It likes culture. It likes relationships and partnerships. And suddenly that cannot kind of function in a way. It still functions. It still happens. But again, there's room for misinterpretation. There's room for misunderstanding. There's room for things to be a little bit overindulgent or a little bit intense in those themes and areas of life. And this is accentuated by the fact that Venus is going to be opposing Jupiter. And right at the end of the month, it's going to be opposing Uranus as well. So Venus is stifled a little by Jupiter. And I'm not too concerned about that combination because they're both beneficial planets. But at that last week, it's going to oppose, of course, Uranus, which is a little bit more unpredictable. And so again, Venus is not operating in the way that it would like to. So just be aware of that, particularly if you've got a lot of Venus in your chart. And particularly, if you've got like Venus in Taurus or Scorpio when you were born, or Venus actually in Leo or indeed Aquarius. Okay, Mars is for the whole of the month is going to be in Sagittarius. It really fluctuates, Mars in Sagittarius. And Mars is unpredictable, erratic, assertive, direct. Sagittarius likes to go in different directions. But the one key aspect here is that the beginning of the month, it's going to square Mercury, which again complicates that assertiveness into almost passive aggressive it can be in terms of communication. And then at the end of the month, what happens? It squares Neptune. So that's again, that re-emphasizes that last week of December being key actually here, because that's the tricky period for us all. And Mars in Sagittarius is about being assertive to do with politics abroad, or to do with other countries, or diplomacy. And when you got Mars involved, it tries to make things happen, but it does it in a way that's a little bit too direct for people to digest and take on board. And so you have a little bit of conflicts that go on an awful lot. Jupiter, big planet, of course. Jupiter at the start is in Taurus, 7 degrees, ends at 5 degrees in Taurus, and on the 31st December, it moves forward on New Year's Eve, which is great, and for the Taurians, the Leos, the Scorpios, and the Aquarians, suddenly you'll start towards the end of the month to see things actually moving forward, particularly if you're in a Jupiter profected year, then you'll really benefit from moving forward, because it's been retrograde since the middle of June. And so for it to start moving forward, things start to happen, and things become much more active. So that really kind of help actually. And also from a collective point of view, again, Jupiter rules anything abroad. So we might see, not necessarily this month, more in January, that things start actually moving forward in terms of things to do with other countries and how they get along a lot easier. Okay, next we've got Saturn. So Saturn is in Pisces at 1 degree, ends at 3 degrees at the end of the month. It's squaring the first week, it's squaring Mercury. So again, that is with December, it's the first week that's a tricky period, December, and the last week. But yeah, so if you're born particularly around about 20th, 21st of February, then you're very much hit by the energy of Saturn at the moment, and it's about structure, it's about boundaries, it's about duty, it's about maturing and making decisions that are going to be long lasting. Uranus is going backwards still, starts at 20 degrees in Taurus, ends around about 19 degrees in Taurus. As I said, will oppose Venus, towards the end of the month. Neptune's going to go direct on the 5th. Goes direct at 24 degrees in Pisces. As I said, that's going to be squaring Mars towards the end of the month. And if you're born at around about the 17th, 18th, 19th of March, and you're being quite hit a lot by Neptune's energy, which direction, where am I going, what's happening? It's very intuitive. You've got to let things kind of just play out a little bit. And then we got Pluto at 28 degrees in Capricorn, goes to 29 degrees in that last week here. And it's building up before finally it goes back into Aquarius in the last week of January. What do I kind of think? I think for this month is that first week of December is a little bit troublesome, a little bit complicated. And the last week of December, I feel, is vague and nebulous and unsure. And so those are the two dominant kind of features here. In terms of moons, we've got round about the 12th, we've got a full moon at 20 degrees in Sagittarius. Again, Mars is there around about. So yeah, that's a slightly unpredictable one, particularly again around about that 11th, 12th, 13th, about diplomacy abroad. And then we've got a new moon on the 27th at 4 degrees in Cancer. I'm not too bothered about that. I think that's quite a nice one, actually, that takes place. But sorry, sorry, it's the one way round. That's going to be a full moon, and the one on the 12th is a new moon. There we go. The Sagittarius new moon and the full moon. Right. So it's one of those situations, December, where everything comes to a conclusion or comes to an end. And I kind of feel like at the end of the month, we always kind of need a vision, don't we, of where we're going as a kind of collective. And that's what it doesn't feel like much is kind of happening. The 31st is quite good because that Jupiter going starts moving forward, but there's still a chaos around the political economic. There's still this kind of sense of things not being absolutely clear in terms of direction, and I think that sort of infuriates people quite a bit. Not enough to do anything, but certainly kind of it feels like that nothing's really kind of changing, even though we're told that things are. So there's your forecast for December 2023. I hope you've enjoyed that. I will also say have a good Christmas and a fantastic new year, and I will see you in the new year for more astrology forecast. So thank you very much for watching.